And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
This is going to be a night filled with weird music, isn't it?
Yeah, why not? I don't know what they did in the countdown. They did something. What's up, Champ? What's up, Graham? What's up, Carol? PJ, Johnny, Rob, Senior, Rick, Montoya.
Oh boy. Is that what it is? Friday night party? Let's party. Let's party. Let's party.
All right, welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live here on this Friday night.
What's up?
February 21st, 2025. What is up? Not a whole lot. A little bit of news broke. Didn't get a chance to update it because I already had the show up ready to go about a half hour ago. We'll get into it here in a little bit. Giants were, imagine this, Giants fans. Imagine this. The Giants had interest in a certain player. And did they get that certain player? Absolutely not.
You mean players for the last 7 years?
Well, there you go. Yeah, even better. But yeah, so again, it's open forum, guys. Hey, you guys got anything you guys want to talk about? Throw it out there. If you got any questions, maybe we'll throw out the link a little bit later. And then we got a special surprise. Glenn's going to dip into the vault.
I'm kind of embarrassed, actually.
Dip into the vault of some hockey calls back in the day when he was calling hockey. It's good stuff. What's up, Sleepy? How's it going,
Sleepy,
man?
where were you? Sleepy says,
went
I
on a
haven't
trip.
been here.
Went on a trip. Where'd you go, man?
By the sounds of that music I just heard, Eric's on a trip tonight. What kind of trip are you talking
Daniel?
about? Yeah, it was Sleepy. Where did you head to?
Yeah, where'd you go, man? We're short on a material tonight, so
yes, tell us about your trip.
Yeah, absolutely.
DC and New York school.
Nice. Okay, hey, what school do you go to, Sleepy? You in college? Let's hear what you do, man. That's awesome. What do you do, man? What are you going to learn? I'm interested. Did you guys see Baseball America's deep dive on the Giants farm? No, I did not, Farrell. Can you summarize? I'm guessing you gotta be a subscriber. What's up, Daniel?
What up? Hi, Johnny
you
Owen.
have to be a subscriber. Oh, middle school. Okay, right on. No worries.
Oh, he's just a wee whippersnapper.
Yeah, he's just exactly. What is it that he called? You snippity snap.
Oh, very good,
Eric.
Eric.
Saying everything is status quo at the Giants. Absolutely. Oh, it's on YouTube.
Snippity snip.
Snippity snip. And it is runny nose, snip. Little something. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, little snippity snip.
He was good in that one, by the way. He was also in Twilight Zone. The guy who played Old Man.
Who was it? I can't remember. Was it Miss Emily?
Yeah, that's who it was. Yep.
Well, Miss Emily.
Yep. Not acting no more. No, not quite. It's on YouTube. You'll have to check a look. Summarize, Farrell, if you can. Was it good, bad, or indifferent?
Hey, more
and
cat.
Yes, champ. That's what I'm gonna get into here. Might as well get into it right now. Again, like I said, this broke not that long ago. Look at it, not even an hour ago. Giants showed interest in Luis Castillo earlier in the offseason. Yeah, there's the byline, but let me bring up the actual article. And we'll take a look at it.
But they just not get it done, or he said, nah, I'm not going there.
I don't know. Well, no, it's a trade, so it's between the clubs, right?
Yeah, but if he goes,
player has nothing to
says, don't trade for me because I ain't going there.
Well, unfortunately, they have no say. Unless they have a trade clause, they have absolutely no say whatsoever on
Are you kidding? Why?
They
Just
don't
stay home. If he's got his $20 million in the bank already, Eric, what do you got?
I don't know.
If I had millions of dollars in the bank, no one would control me.
Well, there you go.
No one controls me now anyway. So
honestly, I don't know what would happen with that. But let's take a look at this article, guys. Giants were among the teams that engaged the Mariners earlier in the offseason in trade talks regarding Luis Castillo, reports Susan Slusser of the San Francisco Chronicle. Clubs obviously did not line up on the deal. Castillo is expected to open today in Seattle's rotation. Imagine that. The clubs obviously didn't line up for a deal. That's something that I think as San Francisco Giants fans, that is something that we're all too familiar with. Did not line up on a deal. Story of the Giants. Seattle entertained offers on a veteran righty as means to potentially adding a lineup help and creating payroll space. See, that's even not just getting lineup help, but if you're helping another team by taking on their contract and he's still a good player, then do it because the Giants got the money to spend. But unfortunately, I guess I don't know what was going on. Why it didn't happen, who knows?
I think that 22
here we go.
Here frightens the Giants. Eric?
Well, they're interested. It makes me wonder if it had to do with said players going back to Seattle. Maybe that was an issue. We've talked about it before. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Slutzer writes, the Giants have unsurprisingly been unwilling to entertain including top prospect Bryce Eldridge in the trade.
Yeah.
That's not to say that the Mariners were necessarily insistent on including Eldridge in the Castillo deal. But the Giants are otherwise light on impact, controllable hitting talent.
Yes, they are.
The 20-year-old first baseman is the only San Francisco prospect to crack the top 100. You got Fitzgerald, you got Ramos coming off impressive seasons, but they've each ticketed for everyday playing time in San Francisco. Both players have elevated strikeout rates that could have been a concern for Seattle. Marco Luciano's prospect status has fallen thanks to defensive questions and strikeout. How about thanks to the San Francisco Giants and absolutely treating him pretty bad. Pretty bad. Matos and Casey Schmidt probably project as depth pieces, while Matos and Schmidt depth pieces. So that kind of takes the wind out of our sails as far as seeing him patrolling right field for a long period of time. But again, this is just an assumption here. While the Mariners presumably had varying levels of interest in some of those players, it's understandable that the sides apparently couldn't line up on value. That's it.
They spent $15 million
on Verlander.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Yeah. So
old man Verlander.
So let me get this straight. They were in on Corbin Burns, right? Would have been nice. Would have been fantastic. You missed out on Roki Sasaki, and you couldn't get a trade for a Luis Castillo.
Yet everybody stroking the ego of Buster Posey.
Snotty little bastard.
Well, we don't know what. I don't know.
You said that one's low. I think it works better that way.
I don't know. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it is low, but I get I get the effect.
I like it.
So let's talk about this a little bit, guys.
Seriously, you want to talk about something? I get texts and emails 3 days a week, Eric. Well, I get texts every freaking day. I get texts 3 days a week, and they're always, praising. They should have a big statue of Buster Posey built. Erected, Eric. They should erect a statue of Buster Posey because they worship it. It's like I said to you before the show started. If we start the year 5-20, there'll be people in here saying, "Well, we're just getting warmed up, Eric. Don't panic. It's okay." What has Buster really done?
Well, and here's the thing. I'm a little bit hesitant to get too hard on Posey. Yes, I will criticize him where criticizing's due because he has said some things that I didn't agree with and it really hasn't come to fruition, right? But how much leeway is ownership getting? As far as free agents are concerned, how much leeway are they giving them to go out there and get that big piece? We don't know.
Well, then
trades, now here's the issue. Now the trade issue, because the problem is who is Buster Posey having to rely on getting trades done? It's Zach Manasian. So maybe you want to cast your gaze to Zach because he's supposed to be the gunslinger, right? That's what Buster has to rely on these guys because again, he's not used to doing this. And supposedly Manasian had the resume, they said, in being able to understand talent.
Okay, then I'll cast a wide net. Posey, Manasian, ownership. He ain't getting it done.
I would agree. Now let's talk about this. And this is what makes me mad. It's because you had a chance to really put together a hell of a freaking rotation. Could you imagine a rotation of Burns?
I like it.
Webb,
Mm-hmm.
Castillo,
Mm-hmm.
Ray,
Mm-hmm.
and then if you want to have one of the young guys, then you have one of the young guys, Harrison or Birdsong.
No, you said Birdsong. I think you meant
Did I say
Burns.
Birdsong?
You said Birdsong. Burns.
I bet.
Burns, Ray. Yeah, I like it.
Webb,
I like it.
Castillo, Ray, and then Birdsong or Harrison.
But don't soft
That
soap,
would've been
Eric.
so much
That would have been
better.
great. But instead, we're at the you talk about cast your gaze in a different direction. What do we got? What are we talking about here?
Right. That's the problem. And that's the issue that I have is because if you're not going to go out there and get the bats, and I know it's hard to get bats, then go out there and go get the pitching. Right. And could you imagine if they actually landed Roki Sasaki in top? I mean, that probably wasn't going to happen. But again, I would have much rather have a rotation of a Burns, Webb, and Castillo as your top three. That is getting stuff done.
How do you surmise my thoughts, Eric? Do you agree? I think it's easier to win with a dominant pitching staff and a good lineup than it is with no pitching and a great lineup.
Right. Right.
I think you need the pitching. Baseball's all about pitching, man.
And and to your point, it plays to the strengths of Oracle. At least 81 of your games is going to be at Oracle Park. So that's going to put you, that's going to help you. Salsa, yes, that's a great point. Manasian. Why do you have to talk to the front office about a trade? That seems to be getting a little bit in the weeds for ownership, doesn't it? As far as if they're wanting to know who you're going to trade, that should strictly be a baseball operations, unless there's a lot of money involved or something. If you're getting a player coming back that has a lot of money, then okay, I could see them having an issue. But if they're getting involved on who we actually trade, man, that's a little bit weird.
Well, if there's not a Johnson hanging out at Oracle, well, I can't believe I said that. If there's not a Johnson hanging out at Oracle Park, maybe he does have his finger in the dike, though, Eric. Maybe he is he too hands-on? Maybe he's you're not doing anything nothing happens without my consent.
Look, this is just pure speculation. I don't know, man. Something was weird going on. But yes, I saw that. I did see that.
Weird.
As a matter of fact, did you guys see Zach Manasian was on KMBR? Mm-hmm. And Murph asked him a good question.
I get a haircut.
Talking about spending the money. And Zach Manasian had an interesting response. It was kind of weak sauce, if you ask me. But yeah, I mean, the KMBR is asking him some interesting questions. I'll go and find it. But could you imagine, man? Right, Daly, I see you, Daly. Wouldn't you have loved to see that as your top three? And that should have been able to get done. I don't understand how the Giants could have not gotten Castillo. You know what I wonder? I wonder if they weren't taking on I would have taken on his entire contract. It makes me wonder if the Giants were trying to be cheap and they're saying, oh, we'll only pay a certain amount instead of just saying, okay, we'll pay for the whole damn thing. But Daly, the point I'm trying to make, could you imagine if your top three was a Burns, a Webb, and a Castillo? That's pretty good, right? I mean, you're getting some shit done. Right?
I wouldn't be surprised if the ownership got a little timid there, Eric. Getting cute, as you say. Cute, Jonathan. Cute. Yeah.
But here, let me try to find
So are they willing to trade? Will we ever see a trade? Or are they just absolutely dead set? Is it like a buddy club over there?
I don't know. Well, right now, I don't think any trades are going to happen in the meantime. I don't see it. Just don't see it.
Everybody. We can't trade anybody because Eric wouldn't be the same at the staff Christmas party without him.
Yeah, I know. See, Robert, why are you content? Robert, are you telling me that you would not have liked to seen Burns, Webb, and Castillo as your top 3, 1, 2, 3 in your rotation? Would you be against that? Please tell me.
Oh, it must be Robert Rothberg. Where is he? Oh, I see him. He's content with the pitching. Eric, then he is content with a losing ball club. I mean, there we go. We settled it tonight, right here on Giant Sports Talk Live. Robert Rothberg is content playing sub 500 baseball. There you go. Yeah. It's out there.
We're judging a team that has to play. I get it. It's all paper, right? Dilly, that's all we have. All we're doing is basing it on paper, period. Oh, he does have a no trade.
Okay, Eric, I ask you, Eric, on a Friday night.
I bet you there's not a no trade to San Francisco. It's a good place for pitchers, I would think.
I would think there is a no trade to San Francisco.
Think so?
So I got to ask you.
Did you know the Giants actually drafted him?
Yes. I got to ask you this, Eric. If they're saying in the chat that we're judging this team and the pitching staff, we haven't played a game yet.
No. Right. It's all paper. We're just basing this on paper.
But yet, from a scientific, let's follow this, Eric. Let's follow the science. Snell was a better pitcher than most of what we've got. He's gone. Verlander's in. Don't you think that the pitching staff is not quite what we had even last year?
Well, see, that one's a little bit weird to talk. I'll tell you why that one's a little weird. Okay. And I'll tell you why. Because the first half of the season.
What? Okay, before you go any further, we don't have to get into it, but the rotation you pitched at us, Eric, was realistic. It could have happened. It could have happened. It was realistic.
It could have been real. That's very realistic.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
okay, go ahead.
Talking about the staff. Now, last year, yes, you had a Webb and a Snell as a 1 and 2. That was good. But here's the problem. The first half of the season was an absolute train wreck for Snell. Right? Now, that being said, the second half, he was absolutely fantastic. Freaking had a no-hitter, and he was the most dominant pitcher in all of baseball, damn near, in that second half. He was awesome. But the problem is, that first half, it was just bad. It was just awful, man. And now here's the thing. If you had Snell in the beginning of this season, okay, for example, if you say Snell opted in and he played for the Giants again for one more year or for the next couple of years, would it be a better rotation than what it is now? Yes, it would have been a better rotation than with Verlander, no doubt about it, because he would have had his time. And granted, he's always been a habitually slow starter, but he would have been way better than he was last year. And that's what he's talking. And I think that's what Dilly's getting at, is because Snell was just a train wreck in the beginning. We're looking at him as how he finished the season, which I understand, right? You kind of have to be careful because, and I've said this before, I like to take this entire season in totality. It's easy to look at the parts that when they were good or the parts that were bad, but if you take it all in its entirety, it paints a better picture on what you're seeing. But no, I agree. I think the rotation, of course, would have been better if you had Snell rather than Verlander. That's me. But hey, that's neither here nor there. And
we got people in here posing daily. They're posing as fans, posers, Eric. I do not like this. Then you're not a fan. I'm giving Posey a full year, Eric, a pass for the whole year. Right off this year. The team doesn't even have to show up, Eric. Just Posey can go back to the Southeast, spend time with the family. Nobody has to buy a ticket to Oracle. They're just mailing it in. Daniel's given up. First game of the preseason tomorrow. Daniel's out.
I'll tell you where my issue is, Daniel. I understand you got to give Posey a year. I get it. I understand. That makes sense. You got to give him a year just to see what he does. He hasn't done this before.
Why?
Hold on. You have to. I mean, you can't give him after a year or after 2 months.
He's tried to do other things, Eric, and he has failed. So don't say, just wait until he does it next year. He has tried and failed. This offseason has been a failure to me.
here's okay. That's you want to call it a failure? I think yes, they have failed in certain areas, but I want to call it an entire failure.
He got Thomas.
Hold on.
He got Thomas.
Hold on. He hasn't been able to do a draft yet. He hasn't been able to get through a trade deadline yet. This takes time. This stuff cannot be at the point of where the Giants are as far as their timeline and being good again. They're way down. I mean, we're just in the beginning. We're in the labor pains of the Giants trying to turn around, and it's going to take a while. So
time is not our friend.
Now here's the issue I have with you, Daniel. This is what I'm talking about. Blindly give. I would never, ever, ever blindly give anybody a chance. I understand giving somebody a chance. I get that, but I just don't say blindly, because you've got to be able to criticize if criticizing is warranted. You got to be able to praise when praise is warranted. That's how it's always been. Hopefully I exhibit that here on this channel, because if there's something good, I'll say, hey, that's great. If it's something bad, well, then I'll say it's something bad. But I never say I'm going to blindly give a support to anybody. You got to, it's results oriented, right? You got to have results. So you again, we fell into this trap. Ooh, there you go. Instant. Okay. To an extent, I agree with you. We all, when Farhan got hired in 2018, everybody was loving it. I see the glory days are coming back to the San Francisco Giants. We just were able to take the guy away from the Dodgers that are going to be able to put the Giants back on the map after having a few years of some mediocre baseball. And how did that turn out? Remember in Farhan we trust? How many times did you see that in social media, on TV, on YouTube? In Farhan we trust. In Farhan we trust. We heard that over and over and over. And what did that get us? It got us absolutely nothing. It got us jack shit. So even though the president of baseball operations is one Gerald Posey III, it doesn't mean that he is not susceptible to making some bad moves, right? So I will never say blindly. Now, that being said, yes, I will give him some run. I mean, you have to. Next year, if next year is similar to this year, Houston, we have a problem.
True. Working at a hot dog and a stick in the mall for a summer is a learn on the job kind of job. Player baseball operations for the San Francisco Giants, Eric, it's not a learn on the job. Come in, get it done, or get your ass out of there.
And here's the thing. Would you have, and I think this would have worked a lot better. I don't think Buster Posey should have been the president of baseball operations. I think if you wanted to make him a GM, that's fine. And bring in an experienced person who could be the Pobo. Buster Posey could learn under said Pobo. So then if he wanted to take over as Pobo, now he's ready to go. For him to just hit that level of Pobo, again, I've said this, guys. I said it the other day. He's going to bring the baseball philosophy to the San Francisco Giants, and it's going to be good. It's going to pay dividends. But can he be the salesman? Can he be able to construct a 40-man roster? Will he know how to navigate the 40-man roster? Will he know who to draft, who not to draft, who to trade, who not to trade, who to bring up, who not to bring up? There is a lot on his plate that he has to master for him to be able to succeed as president of baseball operations. Look, right?
Yes, but look at Daniel. Daniel says, I'm going to rephrase. He's done nothing to lose my confidence.
Okay,
that's exactly what he's done for me. I've lost confidence. Every time you say, guess what we almost did today, Glenn? I'm like, Buster blew another one. Guess what we almost got from Seattle, Eric? Almost. Kind of. You wish.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Hey, sometimes I pull something right out of my ass. He goes, that's the most sensible thing you said in a while. I like it. I see eye to eye. Right on, turn. Hey, man, appreciate it. You're always in there. Appreciate your support. You're always in there in the chat. Love it.
What the hell? Daniel says, let me put this in a language you understand. Do you expect the WNBA team in San Francisco to have a lot of success in year one? I'm assuming you will. No! They'll be lucky to win 3 games this year. They're an expansion team. The San Francisco Giants, let me remind you, are no freaking expansion team. We got a lineup, and it includes, dare I say, or should I say, doesn't include, certain players that we had on the table this year served up on a platter, and we couldn't get the deal done. So no, Buster Posey has not garnered any confidence in me this offseason. And no, I am not projecting the WNBA team to win a lot in year one. They're gonna stink. They got one player, Kate Martin. It's a write-off. Year one, write-off. All they did, and you know what they did, Eric?
Hey, talk to Daniel. It's not
They
me.
drafted. Yeah, okay, Daniel. All they've done is draft a team. Holy crap! Let me put it in, Daniel. Let me put it in a language you understand. You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I'm having chest pain.
I told you before the show, Eric, that they'd start the tomfoolery and the shenanigans, and this somebody's going to walk the plank tonight.
It's okay. I promise.
I should have brought a blunderbuss. Need a blunderbuss, man. Pull it out.
Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Tom, Glenn, you should consider giving Eric the reins here so you can man the Valkyries channel. You'd be much happier. So much yelling can't be good for you.
It is good for me. Keeps blood pressure.
Oh, man. That's hilarious.
Anyway, seems like I'm in the minority, Eric. I guess so. Everybody's just give Buster Posey. Hey, Eric, give him 5 years. You're not going to do it in one draft.
Yeah, you what?
Talk to me in 5 years about how good Posey is or how bad Posey is.
And look, I understand how you feel, and I get where you're coming from. But unfortunately for baseball, it takes time. It does. Now, again, has he missed on some of these players? Yeah, he has. I think he missed on Corbin Burns. They missed on getting a trade. I didn't like, and I still don't like the Verlander trade. We'll see. Hopefully he proves us wrong. It's possible, maybe he comes out and he has a decent year. It's in the realm of possibility, but you don't, again, in the history of baseball, you don't see a whole lot of guys, at least recent history, a whole lot of guys at the age of 42 that's going out there and taking care of business, so to speak.
And Rick Montoya. Rick Montoya's on my list tonight, Eric. He says the Vegas Golden Knights went to the Stanley Cup final in its first year.
But that's different, right?
That was not that was an expansion draft. That was not a draft of young amateur players.
You're not starting from the studs.
And they did a hell of a job. Mind you, that team was a freaking anomaly. That was an anomaly. They went all the way to the Stanley Cup final and lost. And by the way, Marc-Andre Fleury, my old pal, he was their goalie. So right off the bat, he won the Vezina Trophy, and then he ends up in Vegas. He won the Vezina Trophy and ends up in Vegas through Chicago. Are you kidding me? Of course they were going to be competitive. They were going to be competitive.
Did you say Fleury?
Fleury?
Fleury? Was it Fleury?
Yeah.
The
Marc-Andre.
best legs in hockey, right? Something like that?
Best legs in town. Just like I said that a few times. Just like KFC, best legs in town. So the Vegas Golden Knights went to the Stanley Cup Finals in his first year. Right, Rick? Right, Rick?
Yeah.
Shit sometimes happen. Look at the 2021 Giants, Eric.
Hey, Salsa's on your side. Look at this. He's saying Posey doesn't get a pass. I'm just giving it the entire look. He still hasn't acted on struggling players. I want to see how he handles that and other stuff. I agree. Unfortunately, it's gonna take some time.
We're going into we're in spring training, early stages though, Eric. And we don't know who's fighting for what positions, or they're just going to be handed to them. Yesterday, you told me that all of a sudden our bullpen pitcher, more gimmicks, our bullpen pitcher's already penciled in at number 4, but we got 2 starters who are going to have to fight it out. So again, Eric, I call this thing a cluster mess, for lack of better terminology. It's a cluster mess. And they just don't know did you ever hear the term, you don't know your ass from your elbow?
Yeah, yep.
I'm starting to wonder.
Rick is with you.
Oh, Eric.
Hey, look at that. Rick is with you. You got some people on your side, man. But I understand.
All right, Rick, you're off my naughty list. Okay, you're okay.
Let me hear this.
Yeah. Anthony, I've been hearing that from Eric. There might be moves to be. There might be some moves to be made. I've been hearing that since last off season. I'm past the there's moves to be made stage. If they make a move, it'll surprise the hell out of me. I bought into Eric and his freaking submarine.
Man, I thought honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now. I thought with the new sheriff in town, I thought the Giants. I didn't think they were gonna go out there and be like the Dodgers, but I thought I would see some more. I really did, and it yeah.
Just saying. First exhibition game tomorrow, Eric. For what it's worth, I'm not really I don't care. I might have it on in the background, but who cares?
I am going to go watch some junior college baseball tomorrow. That's going to be fun.
With
just up the road. Up Robbie DeVille. Yeah. Ibrahim. He's going to be out there too. So me, Ibrahim, and Robbie will be out there watching the West Valley Vikings take on a consumer server.
Oh, Jesus. Hope nobody has to call 911. you three lurking around in the shadows.
I'm having chest pain.
Oh,
my doctor says one of these nights on the show, I'm just going to go down for the count.
And there you go, CJ. CJ brings up a good point, and it's a valid point. Should have picked a lane instead of being as Dave Tobner from SF Gate was apropos with his writing. They're in the mushy middle. The mushy middle.
Okay, Eric. Speaking of mushy middle. I had a mushy little I wish I had it and we could play it. Couldn't find a way to add it to our channel. I'm not sure what the platform was because it came to me in a random message. You might like this clip. So I checked it out. Oh. It was a clip of McRae. He says, look out, Dodgers. Look out, we have the best, look at the outfield we got. He goes, you got me, Ramos,
Lee,
and Jung-Hoo. And he goes, oh, and you've also got Yastrzemski. And I'm like, all of a sudden, Eric, unless he knows something we don't, he's penciled himself. He's put himself right up. He's not there fighting for a job, Eric. He's sending out. He's giving them bulletin board material. Look out, Dodgers. Yeah, you're not going to get them by us. Ramos, Lee, and me. You're not going to get him past us into the gap. Bullshit. Bullshit. Big stadium, Eric. Oracle's big park.
Yeah. Whatever. Hey, if he wants that confidence, I get. I'm not against the confidence, but
Monday night. I think it's Monday. Monday night. I gotta get my ticket tomorrow.
Damn, this is really. You know what? I wonder if it's on here. It might be on here. Hold on.
You gonna look for it?
There's something on here. No. Where is it at? Let's see if I can find it.
Isabel, come on. I thought you understood baseball. I'm sure you do. You don't have to agree with me.
Oh, here we go.
There are two lanes in life, Eric. You can come down this one and be right with me.
Okay, here we go.
I don't care. I just don't care. It's Friday night. It's open mic.
Okay, here we go. I found it. I might as well do it through. We'll do it through Twitter. Let me put this up there. Listen to this, guys. Tell me what you think. Where the hell is it? Oh,
well, you got the clip?
Yep, I got the clip.
Oh, excellent. Let's see what he says.
It's It's our fantastic GM.
Oh, it's not as good.
All right, let's take a listen. Tell me what you guys think. I want to hear what you guys have to say about it.
Earlier today on KNBR.
Yes, KNBR. Murph and Marcus, guys, pretty good. Here it is. Let's preface this. I think you're the only team in the NL West to reduce the payroll. How can you tell fans, hey, come see us, even though we're not spending as much on the team? Zach says, I would never tell a fan to come see us because of the dollars being spent. Okay, so let's listen to the clip.
Oh,
listen up.
Okay, I'm going to hit you with a hard question now. And
Let's go.
because you're in the front office, you got to answer it. You guys reduced payroll. So what would you say to fans about that? Like, I think you're the only team in the West to reduce payroll. How can you tell the fans that, hey, come see us, even though we're not spending as much on the team?
I tell you what, right there, that's a tough question.
That's a good question.
I like
give him the Glenn thumbs up because, hey, hard-hitting question, and I'm not used to that.
Yes.
You want answers? You can't handle the truth.
There you go. I like Murph.
We'll find out if Manisian can handle the question.
I love it. Thank you. I like it, man. All right, let's hear what Zach had to say.
Okay.
Yeah, I think as we look at, I would never tell a fan to come see us because of the dollars being spent as much as the talent on the field.
Okay, I understand what he's saying.
Isn't talent
What?
wins and losses, Eric?
Okay, what else? How else? Okay.
Memories.
What else equates to talent? There's something that equates to talent. Not always, but for the most part, what equates to talent?
Wins and you're spending money.
You got to spend the money for the talent.
And you got to spend the money to make memories and win, Eric. You can't win. You can't play poor man baseball and expect to win.
There you go. Here we go.
So when I look at the field and I see, a budding star in center field, Jung-Hoo Lee, an all-star shortstop, an all-star third baseman, I think the best defender in baseball, and Patrick Bailey.
I think hasn't Chapman been one all-star? I mean, he's got a bunch of gold gloves. He should have said a gold glove third baseman rather than an all-star third baseman. But whatever.
That's all right. Don't nitpick.
A good young pitching staff. My
good young pitching staff. Who's the good young pitching staff? Can someone tell me?
Yeah, Grandpa.
No. Okay, talk to me. Who is the young in this staff? Who is the young on this pitching staff?
Harrison and Birdsong, and they're battling it out to see who plays.
Okay,
keep going.
Okay.
It only get worse from here.
Okay, here we go.
Focus is always more on what is the talent on the field than the dollars being spent. And, I feel like we're heading in a really good direction with a lot of young, exciting players. I mean, I know our pitching gets talked about a lot, but.
Come on. You know why it's getting talked about.
Pitching's getting talked. What is he talking about? Pitching's being talked about. You're not even playing. You're not even playing your young guys that you just talked about. You got a competition for the fifth spot in the rotation. That's it.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Did you hear what he just said though? He doesn't look at the money being spent. It's the talent on the field. No, I think he's looking at the talent on the field based on the money that's being spent.
Yes, it's the other way around.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, good. All right, here we go.
But Elliot Ramos was an all-star last year. We saw Tyler Fitzgerald really come into his own, and we have more coming. Bryce Eldridge has been really impressive, and Randy Wynn's probably going to be fighting me all year on how quick we move them. But no, I focus more on the talent, and I think our ownership group since the day I got here has been extremely supportive, and I know Greg's commented on this about payroll being player specific and
payroll being player specific.
Is he talking about Greg?
He's talking about Greg.
Oh my God. I never knew he was.
Did you hear that? Okay, let me finish this. Or let me just finish it.
Or the wrong Greg.
Player specific, right?
And, the last thing that you're going to hear me complain about are the resources that we have. I feel very comfortable.
What? The resources, Eric. They didn't have the resources to sign Burns. They didn't have the resources to come on. You know what? Sometimes they give you the old cliches. They talk into the other side of the mouth.
Now, that given. Let's take it in. Let's take it. Let's understand where we're coming from here. Remember, Zach Manasian works for the damn San Francisco Giants. So he's not going to come out here and he's not going to shit on himself. It's just not going to happen. So you got to take it for what it's worth and what he's saying. But I don't like hearing we got a good young staff. No, you're not even playing the young guys, to be honest with you. You have a chance to play Matos in right field, and it sounds like that may not be the case. We'll see. More to come on that one. You've got Greg Johnson. They're talking about the resources for player specific. Well, there was a lot of specific players out there last offseason that the Giants could have also gone after. Sure, you got Willie Adames. Fantastic.
Spent a lot of money, too.
I like it. There's nothing wrong with that. That's good. But you know what? We're talking about the San Francisco Giants, who are the 5th richest team in baseball. So you know what? That's a good start.
You know why they're the 5th richest? They don't spend any.
Right, that's the deal. So you talk about player specific. You should have gotten freaking Corbin Burns. If you weren't going to get Corbin Burns, maybe you should have got Max Fried. Maybe you should have gotten Blake Snell. Whatever. You should have maybe get a trade in there or something. Zach Manassian is supposed to be really good with trade. So why didn't they work a trade out? So there's something that just doesn't add. And I love that Murph was out there asking a tough question.
I like it.
And and he tried to talk about it. I mean, you could even see kind of his body language seemed a little uncomfortable, right? When he was answering it, almost felt like he didn't believe what he was even saying.
He was having trouble finding the answer from the scripted ownership row form. Sounds like a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
Sued by a mediocre organization.
That's the issue I have. In other words, he had no answer. You want to talk about the talent? Well, guess what? Money brings talent. It just does.
There were a whole lot of free agents. Don't mince words. There were a whole lot of them, Eric.
There was. And they could have gone and done it. And who cares? I mean, again, there's some teams who care about the CBT and there's some that don't. And it should, I guess, if you want to say, it should be determinant on, how much money your team is making. If you're a team that's not making a whole lot of money, okay, I can understand. Got to stay below the CBT. But the Giants are pretty damn comfortable.
Yeah.
Pretty damn comfortable. Oh, there we go. What's up, Dan? Hope you're feeling better, man. He's recovering from the crud, man.
Uh-oh.
The crud.
Well, yeah, well, that's
company line.
Talked about. Company line, right,
Yeah.
Eric?
He's not going to complain because he's happy to be a GM.
And Jay Farrell says,
exactly.
Is third worth playing for? And I think that's not the question. Is third worth playing for? Is third worth buying tickets for?
Yeah. Right.
Fourth. Is third worth playing for? I don't think this is a third place team.
It's what this is. It's what this is, man. Yeah.
They're not going to leapfrog Arizona or the Padres, and they're sure as hell not leapfrogging the Dodgers.
Again, and I keep saying this, on paper, the Giants are a 4th place team right now. Currently, they're a 4th place team.
Yep, 4th place. What you see is a case of what you get.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
But again, good question. Good question. Wish more of them would talk to the Giants like that. Straightforward.
It would be nice. I was
right between the eyes. I like it.
And did you hear what I mean? If in case you guys missed it, he's saying everybody in the NL West reduced payroll increased their payroll except the San Francisco Giants. How does that even happen? I mean, that's just that the Arizona Diamondbacks have spent more than the San Francisco Giants this season. Whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
That was that. What else you guys want to talk about, man? We got that done. Should we get into you want to go take a trip? Hey, we're talking about creating memories with the Giants. How about you want to go down memory lane?
What do you want to do?
You want to
I know what you want to do.
Yeah.
All right. So I got a call, a text actually, to say to call somebody today. I did. And that was during the show last night. I was like, I thought maybe they just want to talk. So they had me on the radio in Toronto today talking about that series, the Four Nations, the big game last night. And not the fact it was just a hockey game. Canada, U.S., of course. I mean, this transcends more than hockey now, Eric. It's Canada versus USA. The team that always wins against the team that just they just can't win. The USA can't beat Canada. So we had a long chat about that, and they had me on the radio today. And I said, Eric, I told Eric, he says, geez, wouldn't it have been fun doing the play-by-play of that game? I'm thinking, I would have been. Well, you guys see how wound up I get. I would have been leapfrogging over the press box seven levels up, Eric. Not good for my health. But so I took a trip down memory lane, sent Eric some stuff. He says, "Hey, let's play it on the. Do you want me to play it?"
Go it.
About 25. Let's just call it 25 for argument's sake. Around 25 years ago, I had worked for the Edmonton Oilers, the Montreal Canadiens, and I worked for the Cape Breton Eagles in the Quebec Major Junior League. 25 years ago this year, I was calling games for the QMJHL club on the East Coast, Eric. You want to take a trip down memory lane?
So are all these clips from the junior major?
These are all from the junior season 25 years ago.
Okay, gotcha.
Maybe on a future show, maybe next summer. We'll break out, or next fall, whatever. We'll break up more later, but I just had time to throw a few together.
All right, go for it.
I'm kind of embarrassed. You ready?
Let's go.
That's the wrong one. Okay, hold on. Here we go. So this was me 25 years ago. I was a bit of a wee whippersnapper. I was a little fiery way back then, Eric.
Not getting a whole lot of playing time. Force it back in front of Savai at the line. Oceanic Briere with a burst of speed. Cuts up on the right side. Moves it on goal. Jams it in on Fleury. Stopped it. Stopped. Briere was cruising into the goal mouth area. Shot. Kicked away. Best legs in town. Marc-Andre Fleury. But don't tell him I said that. As he kicks it away, the Eagles are able to clear it down the ice once again. Near the Oceanic with a burst of speed up on the right side. Late stages of the power play, which now has come to a close. 2-2 hockey game. The Eagles continue to weather the short-handed storm in this game. 12:07, third period. Max Robert dumps it in wide of Savai. Cutting it after George Davis. Centers one in front. Went off the body. Picked up by the Eagles. They now center again. Shot scored! Yes! What a setup! What a goal! Max Robert doing everything today. Would you believe it? The Eagles take a 3-2 lead. You kidding me? Back in this game. Great play in their own zone by Fleury at the other end. Finally putting the puck past goaltender Eric Savai. Brand new game. Good guys lead. 11:50.
The good guys. Dude, I say that all the time playing big ball.
The rump of the goal.
Henry sits on top
of it. Can you believe it? You kidding me? What a stop. As both goaltenders tonight have said thank you very, very much to the post. The Mooseheads putting the pressure in the Eagles zone. Brandon Benedict to the point. Sherrill has it. Shot. Big stop. Rebound is there. The Mooseheads come close again to striking for their second goal. Fleury says, how do you do? No way, Jose. Shot to the point. And another shot. This one is kicked away by Fleury. And the rebound off Fleury's pad is all the way back at center red stripe. Fleury continues to amaze even me. And fed to center as Villeneuve finds his man, Lassard. In the left wing, drops it off to McRae. McRae sends it behind the net for Lassard. In flight. Sanders loose on the doorstep, jamming it at Dixon, and they score! Yes, the game is tied at 1! Second effort by the Roadrunner, Steven Dixon. You kidding me? Nobody touched him. Goaltender Boutin at his mercy. Steven Dixon, low, right side of the goal, ties it up. Yes, despite 14 shots and 8:26 to go, third period. We're right back where we started, tied at 1. It's in deep behind the net, and it's picked up by Steven Dixon. The Roadrunners away. Up on the right side, McRae is trailing the play. Pass McRae, shot, scored! Yes! Big play, Stuart McRae gets the goal.
That's awesome.
Eagles, yes, take the lead 2-1 on their 16th shot on goal. Pencil in another point for Steven Dixon, the Roadrunner, as he has continually been belted, hogtied, if you will. Face off circle, far inside. McRae, backfield shot, deflected in. The Roadrunner has put the Eagles on the board. And the power play goal is scored with just 29 seconds left of the man advantage. Steven Dixon redirects it past a shocked Corey Crawford. Hello, how do you do? 3-1 Moncton, as Eagles are right back in this game with the power play marker. And the shot deflects. On goaltender Fleury gloves it. Holy smoke! He threw out the glove. Sometimes you got to be good to be lucky to be good. Right there, he threw out the glove, and the Wildcat threw it directly into the net. Big stop, second period. Marc-Andre Fleury as he robs the Cats, too. Sanford, rink wide, shot, loose, Fleury lunges out, rebound, Fleury stops that one, too! What a stop by Fleury! Continues to come up with the big stops, leaving me breathless and in a lack of words sometimes. He defies all logic between the posts, and he comes up with a magical stop on the Cats, who have the power play. Lunged down with the right pad, just didn't get a toe on it, and keeps this a 3-1 game. The Wildcat have the lead.
So there you go. There's a few of them.
That's awesome, man.
You liked. As soon as I sent them to Eric, he said, should we play him or not? He's like, I like the Roadrunner.
Yeah, that was good. That was good stuff. Big play McCray.
Yeah,
Dude,
so
you talked about this last night. Remember, you were talking about how Mike Lang was a kind of a guy that you kind of looked up to for broadcasting. And there it is, Armand. Glenn sounds like the Pins broadcaster, Mike Lang.
Mike Lang, his claim to fame was he had the big goal call and he kind of talked shenanigans, if you will, right? Mine was, I was known all over the league and both leagues I broadcast in because I gave a nickname to every player on the team. And it had to kind of match their style of play. So we have one guy who went into the corners, Eric, he just put you into the 15th row. He loved hitting you. So I called him the Wrecking Ball.
All right, gotcha.
The Wrecking Ball. Kevin Aslan, the Wrecking Ball. And then people would go up to him in the street. They're over at Tim Hortons getting a coffee and, hey, Dad, it's the Wrecking Ball. Hey, it's the Roadrunner. The Roadrunner, Steven Dixon. Why? He was fast. Oh, was he fast. And then Stuart McCray, I just talked to him last summer. Remember the trip I was down home in Cape Breton? You and Dan were doing the infamous show I love.
Our court show?
Yeah, the one I watched on the plane flying from all the way down in Nova Scotia back to San Francisco for like 14 hours. I watched it twice. And you guys went like 5 hours. That was a great show, by the way. But the guy came up to me. I hadn't seen him in 20 years probably. And Stuart McCray says, Jesus, Glenn, like my name will live forever. I said, well, that's what it's all about, brother. You're a good player. He goes, I go to the mall. People are like, hey, big play. He goes, more people call me by the nickname 25 years later than my real name.
That's
big
fun.
Play, Stuart McCray.
Now, real quick.
Then we had the Rattlesnake. That was the most popular nickname. People were bringing posters and stuff with rattlesnakes on it. I called him Rattlesnake, the Rattlesnake, Maxime Lassard, because he scored 2 goals and it flew out. It just blew out, Eric. Nothing pre-planned. We're playing a playoff game. And he had 2 goals in a game, I don't know, November. We got to the first round, first game of the playoffs. We're on the road, and we're playing in Chicoutimi, Quebec. And he scores 2 goals. He scores the game winner. So while I'm doing my exciting ballet of verbal diarrhea, if you will, I said he's like a rattlesnake. He doesn't strike often, but when he does, it's deadly. We get back from the first 2 games of the playoffs. People are in the stands, big signs, the rattlesnake has struck. And I'm like, oh my God, they lived on my every word. It was a whole lot of fun, buddy. It was a lot of fun back then.
I tell you what, real quick, before we get into this real quick, I'm gonna hit Mike Lang in a bit and you can hear the comparison. But Fleury, you were calling him, and I'm guessing that was his rookie years, right?
That year was.
We're talking about when he was on his way getting up to the end.
I think that was his second year of amateur playing at the junior.
So he was learning the craft, so to speak. Before
won 3 Stanley Cups. He's going to the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Well, there you go. All right, guys. Armand, you're talking about Mike Lang. Here, let's take a listen to Mark.
Want to spin the Mike Lang tonight?
Let's listen to this.
Okay.
Letang, near side to Kunitz. Hey, shoots and scores a rocket slammer from the right wing dot, and the Penguins make it 2-1. I've seen that fish before. Chris Kunitz, and the Penguins creep within a goal. Sutter turned around. Lucci's put pressure on, but it comes to Bo Bennett. He's into the zone. Goes to Neal. Stick it on the left side. Sutter, he shoots and scores. Brandon Sutter ties this hockey game. It's 2-2. Oh, hopping to Cordova, baby. We're going bowling.
I love it, dude. Gosh,
so he had his slogans. I had the nicknames.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
yeah,
awesome.
I could always go.
It's the excitement.
Yeah, I could always go back, man. I was offered the day I left. You know what I wanted to do, Eric? I got tired of the bus rides, and man, it wore. 18 years, I was tired of it.
Yeah, I bet.
And I got offered a job on a classic rock station, easy gig, doing afternoons, making double. They said, how? Again, I've been very fortunate, Eric. Maybe it's just lucky, right place, the right time. When I left that job, they're like, we'll pay you double the salary. I go, I'm your guy. I was thinking about leaving, as a matter of fact. So, and the day I did leave the job, I got offered that job. I had 5 job offers from other teams. Heard you're available. Phone rings. Like, hello? Yeah, it's the Moncton Wildcats calling. I'm like, holy crap. It didn't take long for word to get around. And then the owner of the team, God rest his soul, he passed away from cancer. He gave me a blank check. He goes, what do you want to earn? He goes, I want you to be here the rest till you retire. I'll give you a blank check. And then I said to him, in all good faith, that's a great offer, actually. But I'd already taken a job. I gave somebody else my word. So I took the job on the classic rock station. And I never looked back. I own all my own stations now, Eric. I have a whole lot of fun. I get to do a little show called Giant Sports Talk Live and work off the steam with Eric in this lovely chat. So
that's awesome. I tell you what, here
that's how I feel some nights, actually.
All right, hey, I'm gonna go warm up my coffee, man.
You warm up the coffee. We played all the clips. Let's see what. Oh yeah, we didn't do the sponsors. You guys know the sponsors by now. Those signatures for soldiers, Ductile Printing, Lefties, BetterCreditCards.com. John was watching the show the other night. He goes, "I sponsor it. I should tune in once in a while." So appreciate that, John. If you're in there tonight, don't be shy. You can say hi in the chat. And one of our newer sponsors was Genesis Gold. IRA.com. Really glad to have them jumping on board. Genesis Gold, IRA.com, proud sponsors of Giants Sports Talk Live.
Safeguard your 401k or IRA with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA. This IRA can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call to receive a free gold and silver guide. Call Genesis Gold Group now at 1-800-200-GOLD. Find out how you can add precious metals to your IRA. Visit us at GenesisGoldIRA.com. Genesis Gold Group, empowering faith-driven stewardship. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Yeah, another one of the proud sponsors of the show here at Northern Lights Entertainment Production, Giant Sports Talk Live, usually heard 7 days a week. We've been taking the odd day off. May do that tomorrow night, I believe. But things are going to ramp up. Eric and I don't get a night off pretty much from now till hopefully October. Is that too much to ask? And I mentioned that John from BetterCreditCards.com was in watching the show. He might be out there today. John will pay the dues for you today.
What can I say that I haven't already said about BetterCreditCards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At BetterCreditCards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Right on. So thanks. Support all our sponsors if you can, if you're in the Bay Area, and we appreciate them. Let's see. The Dodgers, they lost today to the Cubs. That was their second game in as many days. But like Eric and I said last night, if you even want to look at the score, I will. But you got guys in there, won't even be in the minors. You got guys bagging groceries in about a week. There were guys in the roster I'd never heard of. I looked, they must have been draft picks because I'd never heard of these guys. Earlier today, it was Chicago Cubs, minor league team over the Dodgers 7-3. KC won over Texas 5-2. I believe Dan might know. He's up in that area. I believe Kansas City and Texas share, talk about cheap, they share their spring training facility. That's Kansas City and Texas. So neither team had to go very far. The Yankees over Tampa Bay 4-0 for what it's worth. Arizona lost. See, Arizona lost to Colorado, guys. Need I say any more? Come on. Tomorrow, the San Francisco Giants play their first exhibition game, and that's what it is. It's exhibition, nothing more. Guys are going to get one at bat, play an inning here, there. Landon Roop, he'll get the start for the Giants tomorrow. That game not being televised. And I believe it will be broadcast on KMBR. Want to welcome you back in, all of you who've been tuned in for another night of Giant Sports Talk Live. Eric's microwave must have broke down. Oh, he's back. I was just about to pin the tail on the donkey, so to speak, but you showed up. Just talking about the exhibition schedule, gave the scores for what they were worth, but I said, do not talk about guys who are going to be bagging groceries and guys who are going to be driving a tow truck next week. There's guys there, they're just getting at bats. Guys will be an A-ball.
Working on their stuff.
Yeah. Tomorrow, San Francisco plays Texas. I mentioned Landon Roop. Good old number 65. He'll be on the hill tomorrow for the Giants. Eric, getting a little bit of work in early.
I think they already have the lineup, too. Hold on. I think Alex Pavlovich talked about it. Pavlovic. I always mess that up. Pavlovic. There's no H there. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Okay, you take a lineup, and I'll be right back.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Here we go. Here is the lineup. First spring training is Wade will DH. Luciano will be on left. Lee will be in center. Matos in right. Lamb at first base. Huff will be catching. Schmidt will be at third. Wisely at second. Basabi at shortstop. And Roop will start the game. There is your lineup for tomorrow, unless anything changes in the meantime. You know, sometimes there could be some late scratches. But there you go. That's what it's going to be. Am I excited? I absolutely am excited for the season. Love baseball, Mike. 100%. Miss watching some baseball. I'm looking forward to seeing that getting started up again. 100%. For me, Luciano at left field is a thing to watch this spring. Again, I don't put a lot of stock in spring training. I mean, you want to see them do something, right, so to speak. But I don't hang my hat, so to speak, on anything in spring training. They're working on stuff, man. You don't know what the pitcher may be working on. You don't know what the hitters may be working on. Usually early in spring, if I'm not mistaken, usually pitchers are throwing fastballs, just getting their location. Maybe they're working on later. They'll start working on their off-speed stuff. So, yeah. Luciano is going to hit. We'll see. He did it last year. Let's see what he does this year. Farrell, Luciano converting to outfield is the last-ditch attempt to salvage him. Yes, that is correct. That is correct. Matos, big spring training incoming. Well, I tell you what, he's going to have a big spring. If he doesn't have a big spring, he ain't getting any kind of look in to being the starting right fielder. I wonder if they've even made that decision. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I already see it in there. Did I miss anything? Nothing there. Where's Eldridge? Working on his craft. Supposedly, I think, if I'm not mistaken, JT Snow is going to start working with Eldridge starting tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So that's good to hear. It's nice to see JT Snow. He's getting back into the organization, helping out the young first baseman. Let's see what can be done. Oh, Eldridge had an interview. Nice. Let's see. Is it on the Giants social? Let's see. No. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Okay, I like that. A little bit of a hype video there. I like it. Much better than the other one. We'll take a look at it in a little bit. Let's see. What else do we got in here? No, not there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Oh, jeez. Okay. I already saw that. All right, let's take a look at this. This is kind of cool. This is the hype video I could get behind. This is a hype video 100% I could get behind. This is what they should have done in the first place instead of that other stupid one they did. The other one they did was pretty damn bad. Hey, let's take a look at this, guys. I think you guys will like this. This will give you the bug for baseball, guys. Love this stuff. All right, let's go. Ready? Go. Lot better, right? Lot better. Lot better. That gets me a little bit pumped up there because it's baseball. None of this other crap that was just, I don't know what the hell they were thinking. I'm talking about the San Francisco Giants because that first hype video they put out was atrocious.
Oh,
it was good.
Couldn't find my glasses, Eric, so I had to put on the black ones.
Yeah, right on top of your head. Yeah, it happens.
Oh, stupid.
Yeah, that hype video was a lot better. It actually showed some baseball rather than the other crap.
I'm a little disappointed, Eric. I'm a little disappointed tonight. I'll tell you why. Ask me why.
Why are you disappointed?
Because early, I don't know if you noticed it. You were rambling about something, but early in the show, somebody said that Shardall was on his channel. I don't know, it was recently, and he played a clip. He was doing play-by-play for some team. I wish we had his play-by-play. We could compare.
No way. Shardall, you did play-by-play? Aaron, look for it Sunday. I'm thinking Sunday. All right.
Oh, he's doing. Is he going to have his play-by-play up?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Can he beat that?
A whole lot of playing time. Force it back in front of Savai at the line. Oceanic Briere with a burst of speed. Cuts up on the right side. Moves it on goal. Jams it in on Fleury. Stopped it. Stopped. Briere was cruising into the goal mouth area. Shot. Kicked away. Best legs in count. Knock on Ray Fleury. But don't tell him I said that. As he kicks it away, the Eagles are able to clear it down the ice once again. Here the Oceanic with a burst of speed. Up
I wonder
so Shardall. So where is this play-by-play at?
I wonder if he can. He and I go head-to-head, Eric. I don't know if it's fair playing field, but I'd like to see how he stacks up.
Yeah. Hey, Shardall, who did you do play-by-play for? And is it on your YouTube channel? Because if it's on his YouTube channel,
Sure like to hear it.
Yeah.
He might surprise you, Eric. He might surprise.
He might.
He says it's on SGA Sports Talk channel.
No. Someone was asking what his channel name is. Sharks?
No, he did not.
What are you talking about?
No, he did not.
He must.
An old buddy of mine, Dan Rusanowski. He's the voice of the San Jose Sharks.
He must have been just like watching a game and recording himself doing play-by-play.
Yeah, and Shardall, you are no Dan Rusanowski. And no offense, but you know Glenn either. So, would Shardall come up with the Roadrunner? I don't know.
I don't know.
The Roadrunner. Anyway, it was a whole lot of fun playing those tonight. Bringing back memories.
Cool.
It's all about making memories, Eric.
Making memories. Shardall, what did you record this? And if you recorded it, where is it? Where is it?
Yeah, we gotta get a copy, and we won't malign it. I'll critique it. I'd love to play it on the channel. Get us a copy.
Hey, if he's saying on our channel, we should be able to critique the.
You know what we're gonna do, Eric? I pose a challenge, and I haven't done it in 20 years, Eric. He and I show up at the game together, the Sharks game. And we say, okay, the first 3 minutes of the game. He calls it, I call it. We'll both tape it, bring it to the table, and let the fans have their choice.
Nice.
We'll both call the same game and see if it matches up at all.
Yeah, see if it matches up. That'd be funny.
Is there anybody else, by the way? Anybody else in the channel who has worked in radio, television, has done play-by-play, anything like that?
I don't think so.
Anybody who's done classic rock or oldies like me? Anybody in the media? I wonder if there is.
You never know. You know who we haven't seen? Where the hell's Benji been? I haven't seen Benji in a minute. Alex, I haven't seen Alex in a while too. They're probably having fun listening to Dodger stuff. They're tired of hearing the doom and gloom over here in Giant Sports Talk Live.
There's a few I haven't seen for a while, Eric.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. Might be busy, man. Might be busy.
I haven't seen Cult in a while. It's not a cult. It's not a kilt. Has D-Shot been around tonight?
I saw D-Shot a few days ago.
What about Grand Admiral's Posey? I haven't had any.
I haven't seen Grand Admiral in a while.
Scared him. Must have pissed him off. I don't know. He's gone. I liked our confrontations. I like to go head to head with these guys.
Yeah.
What about Johnny T16?
Yeah, he's been around. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. What about that bum? That bum, Ibrahim Khan. Is he around?
I think he went to a Kings game today, as a matter of fact.
Oh, okay. Oh, my buddy Paul Crane. I haven't heard from Paul Crane. Paul, I know you're not out there watching. Maybe you'll watch the replay. He watches the show once in a while. He says, I don't. He said, I don't know enough about. He knew I was a big baseball fan. So, of course, I slipped him a little business card when I was on vacation. He tuned into a few shows. I got a message from his dad passed away. So, Paul, sorry to hear about that.
Sorry to hear that.
He was in shock. He said, my dad was fine and just dropped dead. So, sorry, buddy.
Yep.
I was talking to my dad today. Guys, don't waste time. Make sure you say hi to those loved ones out there.
Man, true. Absolutely.
Your parents still alive, Eric?
My father, no. My father passed away when I was really young, 18. Yeah,
sorry to hear that, buddy.
Yep. But yeah, I hear you.
Oh my God.
There's D-Shot. What's up?
Hiroku says that Robert Rothberg needs his own YouTube channel.
Hey.
You know, I think, who would be perfect hosts? Robert Rothberg and Greg.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine those two doing a show? One would come in, we're going to win 95. No, we're winning 97. Well, let's make it an even 100. Oh, those two would be at the wit's end. I'm telling you.
Hey, D-Shot, did you check out the episode with Vince? Were you around with Vince? You had to have been around with Vince. I know D-Shot's a big wrestling fan, man. Wrestling.
Oh, he's always lurking around. He's in the shadows sometimes, but he's there.
Hey, Chardon, is your play-by-play on your YouTube channel? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Real easy.
I want to hear the play-by-play. I want to hear you do play-by-play, my friend.
Real easy.
I want to give it a listen. I'm sure you're good. I want to hear it.
Well, man.
And some of the guys are, and you got to keep in mind too, Eric, and sometimes I fail to do that. I'll look at our list. I'll go, oh, we didn't have as many viewers. A lot of times guys come in here and they don't chat. So you don't even know they're out there.
There's a lot of guys that lurk.
Al Wong, he's here. He'll go, oh, I didn't chat. I just had you on in the background the other night. Listen. So
is it on his YouTube channel so I could at least go look for it? He's not answering. He takes forever to answer. All I ask is yes or no. Is it on your YouTube channel?
Skater says, what's the over-under of the Valkyrie this year as far as wins? I don't know what the professionals. My over-under, I would say
it is
6.5. Only 6.5. Expansion team. But it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Can't wait. Can't wait.
And I see the post game.
They sent me my season tickets. They sent me, I've got my keys on a Valkyries lanyard now. I got my Valkyries t-shirt. I'm getting a Valkyries jacket. Can't wait. Ready to go. Great entertainment, Eric. Mm-hmm. I thought Skaters was on his channel crapping on the WNBA.
the heck is going on? Hold
on.
on.
Greg, I thought you were turning a blind eye on the WNBA, Greg. You imagine the San Francisco Giants, Eric, trying to sell their product at $350 a game? Can you imagine?
Yeah.
And the Valkyries were able to sell out a team that can't win, won't win, $350 a game.
That's crazy.
Sold out.
Okay, I think I got it here.
Numbers don't lie. How do you say his last name, the owner? Is it Lacob? How do you say it? Lacob?
Lacob.
Do you think that comes into play a lot with not just fans, fanatics like us, but the average fan, Eric? Do you think some of them read the paper, know a little bit about a team, go, oh, if it's Greg, if it's Lacob who owns the team, then I'm going to go check it out. You think ownership? I think a little bit ownership comes into play, and people will, even though this is an expansion team, they sold out, Eric, and didn't have a player. They didn't even do the expansion. They sold out with no team. So maybe have faith in the ownership group.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why people are so excited, because they've seen what Lacob has done with the Warriors. So they're like, okay,
yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Stop living in the past. Giants sold out every game for how many years? Giants played the Yankees, Eric, in the 62 World Series. Whoa, boy! They lost in 7, though. Okay, see, now I had told Bernice, and I told you this, Eric. I told Bernice, I said, any tickets, because they're so expensive. I said, any tickets for we can't use? I said, just gift them. Drop a couple of tickets off for Greg. But all Greg has done is shit on the team. Greg's not going to any games for free. Give him 3 years. They'll be worse than the A's attendance. Ain't happening, buddy.
You want to hear a little Chardall?
Oh, are you kidding me? Let's do it.
Are you sure?
Hell yeah, my play-by-play. I went under the firing squad. Why not? Let's go.
All right, here we go.
Fuck around better. We're not playing good right now, and we gotta take advantage on those power plays we get and punch one in.
Is that Chardall?
No, Chardall's on the right.
Doing that right now.
Not showing his face.
Getting outplayed.
Where are you, Chardall?
Macklin celebrating, getting fired up. He's a star on this team. This guy's showing all. He's getting mad right now. Trying to bring his A game to the Sharks. Trying to maybe score his first goal when the Sharks get the chance.
And that's it. And there's a lot of dead air. That's the first time I'm kind of scrubbing it, trying to find. There's a lot of dead air.
Shall we play a game?
Oh.
I think I missed him.
Yeah.
Want to play a game, Chardall? I'll play a game with you, buddy.
Back in front of Sabai at the line. Oceanic Briere with a burst of speed. Cuts up on the right side. Moves it on goal. Jams it in on Fleury. Stopped it. Briere was cruising into the goal mouth area. Shot kicked away. Best legs in town. Marc-Andre Fleury.
Best legs in town.
Don't tell him I said that. As he kicks it away, the Eagles are able to clear it.
Love it.
Oh my goodness. Not bad, Chardall. Keep up, work at it. That's all you can do. Can you imagine Chardall was able to master the craft?
I'm having chest pain.
Oh.
You snotty little bastard.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right. I don't know. Where else do you want to go with this?
I don't know. I'm ready to go, Eric. I can only answer so much on an off night. Like today, it was open. The guys already, nobody was coming on. Nobody asked to come on. It's kind of.
Yeah.
I said we might be are we taking tomorrow off? And
I think so. Yeah. How
about
about that?
And we'll be on with Dan and guest tomorrow, or on Sunday rather.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got Dan, are you out there? Because I know he's under the weather. I think we're still going to do it. I haven't heard anything, but yeah, we got the hot corner on Sunday.
Well, let me know. If we don't, we don't. It's okay.
Yeah, I'll reach out to him, see how he's feeling, because I know he's still trying to recover.
I reviewed the sponsors and told the guys that we weren't even planning on taking a single day off during the year, but I thought, hey, we're going to be ramping it up. You and I are going to be doing the morning show. We'll be doing the evening show. You and I have a show tomorrow. We're on tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, Dan's live. Oh, is he live? Okay,
we lost Dan. Okay. Yeah, he's doing a basketball show over there.
Oh, he is. Okay, then I guess we're okay. We're going to be doing we should be doing the hot corner then on Sunday. Yeah, but yeah, we'll take tomorrow off. We got
all right. Well, we'll take tomorrow night off, but you can join Eric and I tomorrow afternoon. We'll have a special edition of Giant Sports Talk Live. It is what do we call the show? Saturday
Shorts, I think, right?
It'll be really short. A Saturday short with Eric and Glenn.
Yeah,
and we'll catch you back here on Sunday night.
Sounds good.
All right, brother. Good night.
Get the hell out of here. It's a fun, hey, just kind of just kicking it around. Little, not a whole lot of news, but hey, got to make the best of what we got.
All right, brother. Thanks, guys.
And I guess Sunday we'll probably talk a little bit about the spring training game, so just to see if there is anything crazy going on. All right, let's get out of here.
Make sure you tune in next week. I'm gonna confront Robert Rothberg. Ask him, can we conceivably win 110 games? We'll see what he says.
All right, let's get out of here, guys. Be good out there. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you live on Sunday night Hot Corner, 8:00.
And I'll be there Monday.
Woo! Now let's get out of here. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.